A lot of species in this area are rare.
What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
Unicorn.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
Okay, everyone, let's get magical because we're talking about Death of a Unicorn. In Death of a Unicorn, we meet lawyer Eliot Kintner and his daughter Ridley as they embark on a weekend retreat. Having recently suffered the death of his wife, Eliot and Ridley are invited to the reclusive mansion of his billionaire boss, Odell Leopold, in order to secure his potentially lucrative role in the company. However, after they accidentally hit and kill a unicorn along a roadside, the creature's miraculous property sets off a battle between families to exploit them for massive profit. Okay, let's get this out of the way first. Death of a Unicorn is far closer to a movie like Cocaine Bear than it is Lord of the Rings. This is a film that leans into the silly. It's much more of a comedic horror than it is an actual horror. Death of a Unicorn is a film that embraces the bizarre and is loving doing it.
Here's hoping we kill Bigfoot on the way home, huh?
Though don't get me wrong, once Death of a Unicorn finally unleashes its mystical fury, you may not quite look at a unicorn the same way again.
Okay, bad things will happen.
These mystical beasts are brutal, relentless, and are willing to go for the jugular in more ways than one. Although the film is elevated by some solid comedic performances by its cast. Paul Rudd is having a great time as the conflicted father. Richard E. Grant is absolutely loving hamming it up on screen. And Téa Leoni, where has she been? Téa Leoni is back and having a lot of fun as well. And I know that Jenna Ortega is a big deal right now, but it's Will Poulter who is the MVP of this cast.
That must be moose mating season or something.
Whether he's sitting in his hot tub or screaming for his butler, he is playing this character as completely vapid and self-centered, and it works. He is so much fun to watch. Yet, even in a whimsical world, Unicorn has something on its mind more than its fantastical murders, or is it murderous fantasies? At any rate, it works best as a satire of the toxic nature of big pharma companies.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
The mystical magic of these unicorns has a tremendous upside, both for the betterment of mankind and, of course, financially. And to see the pieces move around the board is fascinating as people try to jockey for position for power over what could possibly be.
It's an opportunity for immortality.
After all, there's a genuine psychological disconnect between these two worlds. If magic is real, what would the natural human response be? How do we control this sort of thing, and how do we benefit from it the most? Even at its most enchanted, there's something strangely real about these unicorns.
Don't move.
Even so, Death of a Unicorn is really truly about the fun. Even though it has some social commentary lying underneath, this is a movie that embraces the weird and revels in itself doing it. And after the unicorns go on the offensive, you will realize that maybe hell hath no fury like a unicorn scorned. Unit scorned. You know what I mean.
Aren't you the most magnificent thing?
Death of a Unicorn is in theaters on Friday, March 28th, 2025.